Tuesday, August 24th, 2021. I'm just going to walk you through today's lesson, kind of explain what you guys are going to be doing. So, see here, the expectations, just gives you the daily rundown of what you're going to complete or what you're going to start doing today. Science spell work, week 3, day 2, complete that as normal. Unusual absences, part 2, what's the cause? So we'll be getting into part 2 of the activity that we started yesterday. I'll also review a little bit about what we completed and what you should have completed from yesterday. And then that's pretty much it for the day. Remember, make sure if you're absent for any reason that you guys watch the videos posted throughout today's module. They help guide you throughout the lesson. And also, if you have any questions, make sure you message me through Canvas. I'll do my best to get back with you as soon as I can and to help you out the best I can. So first, let's review what we did yesterday, or what we should have done. So you have your investigative report form. First thing you were supposed to do, come up with a testable question. Some examples for those questions. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to adjust the font here real quick. Okay. So some examples of questions that you guys should have been able to come up with would be, is the number of absences in the last week more than in previous weeks? That's one. Are more students absent from one type of class than the others? Because remember, we're pretty much discussing the band class for that certain day. That's why we're talking about is the number of absences in last week more than previous weeks, because they kind of just focus on that one day, and then it's just focusing on that band class. And last one, are there more absences in one school than the others? Those are all examples of questions that you could have come up with. They all relate to the problem and the issue that is at hand with the number of absences for May 20th from Truman Middle School in that 7th grade band class. So then we were looking at evidence. Remember all the data. We had several data sheets that gave us attendance breakdowns for the 4 local middle schools in that community, whether it was 7th grade in general or band, PE, or art class as well. And then we also had that attendance percentage breakdown where it gave us the dates from April 24th to May 28th, and it gave us the percentage of students that were absent each day for the 7th grade and for each of those 3 classes, being band, PE, and art. And it was also between those 4 middle schools in the community. So some of the evidence that we should have been able to identify from analyzing that data would be there was an unusually a number of absences during the last week among band students at both Truman and Jackson middle schools. Also, absences among students in art and PE classes, as well as for the entire 7th grade. Were not hired during the last week. For both Truman and Jackson middle schools. There's other pieces of evidence there as well. That you guys could have observed and recorded, but these just a couple of examples for you. So once you have this, you're going to move on to part 2, and that's what's the cause. I'll kind of give you the breakdown of that. So you'll go in your module for today, Tuesday. Once you finish bell work and you've reviewed, make sure you have, some of those pieces of evidence and those questions recorded on your investigative report form. So once you've analyzed the attendance data, record your observations in the evidence collected section of your investigative report form. Kind of went over that. We will continue our investigation into the school's absences among the band members at Truman and Jackson middle schools. First, we'll review our testable questions, which we did. We went over the evidence collected. So we have a second email that we will read through. It's just this email right here. You guys will read through that second memo. Okay. So if you're in class, we'll read it as the class. Obviously, if you're absent, you'll have to read that on your own. And then next, you will analyze the interview summary. So you'll look at this document right here, being the interview summary, where it gives 10 students from both Jackson and Truman, gives their reason for being absent. If they're sick, it gives you the symptoms. If there's another reason for being absent, it gives you that reason. And then it also lets you know if the parent interview is available. Okay? So you'll be able to analyze this to see if there's common symptoms among those that were absent. Would be some evidence that you would be able to collect as well. And then once you read through that interview summary, you will read through the parent interview quotes. So we have these quotes from the parent interviews that were available. So it tells you student 10 from Truman, student 2 from Jackson, student 6 from Jackson. So it gives you what school they're from, what student they were. So there's a few quotes here to read through from parents. And what you guys will do with that is you will then analyze that information as well, like you did the attendance data. You'll go back to your investigative report. You can include some of that in the evidence collected. You'll also include that in the analysis and explanation of the evidence. Okay? And so by the end of class today, you should have parts 1, 2, and 3 completed. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you message me through Canvas. I'll do my best to get back with you as quick as I can, and I hope you guys have a good day.